they do that. Like, I get it, branding, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I know you from an image. Stick to that image for a
Oh,
little while.
just fucking found it. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
There's a cut for the fucking.
Yeah, that was big. Usually, usually I just roll past it because it's like whatever burp. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like,
Burp.
let's see if I can't just
I'm so fat.
waste.
Dude,
It
I
was
was
just a
watching this
burp.
clip. Dude, I was watching this clip of these guys playing fucking Call of Duty. And this
Yeah.
one dude, you can hear him snacking on some chips. And this other guy's like, hey dude, take another bite out of one of those chips. I wanna see if I can guess it. And stuff. The guy takes a bite, he's like, yeah, okay, it sounds like a little bit thicker chip, not flaky, kind of like Lay's. Like that. Is it a kettle chip? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, oh shit, oh shit. The first person that to answer, like the clap back is like, dude, you're so fucking fat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're able to tell the chip he was eating by it crunching over a mic. I think we could get a great AI image of me and you as the berserker and his woman.
Yeah, we could. I
Just like, paint a picture. It's like put these faces, one on a barbarian, one on a sexy lady holding his leg like on a saddle van.
yeah, do like there's yeah, there would be some style like some Greek painter that you like put in the style of this Greek
Yeah,
painter.
dude, we could do so much with this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if we got a fan out there that loves to draw, I'm down to see it.
Well, we do. My wife. My
My
wife.
wife.
Come on. Hey.
Millennials. Woo!
Yeah, freaking millennial trends, dude. Anyways, this is the A2J podcast. I'm your host, Axel. This is my co-host, John.
What's up, you scoobs? Welcome. This is my shit. Like, I enjoy it. Like, because I definitely get the enjoyment from it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I ship little dicks in there.
You're going to get in trouble. Like, you don't just kill people no more. I mean, it's either you piss on them or piss them off.
What are you doing? Get back! Everyone, stop! Stop!
Yeah, it just ruins your credit. It's fine.
I totally like what's. Well, I mean, what?
They put the IV in him and had it hooked up to nothing.
Oops.
I have no idea.
That reminds me. Oh man, oh, it's such a good YouTube channel. I used to watch this one. This guy was like a repair technician, or just a handyman for this apartment complex, and he used to call his people Skid. What up, Skid?
I'm scared.
Oh, dude, he would just like fix stuff like in this apartment complexes, and he's like talking about how like, yeah, nobody wants to work these days, blah blah blah, but like, when you do things right and you do it the first time, he had that kind of attitude, that blue collar, proud of his work type dude. But he had like funny stories, like how he used to he talked about like the whole skid comment. He told this story about how he was really into like cameras and stuff when he was younger, and he had a video camera and he was like filming everybody, and he saw his uncle was like, putting around and walking past, and he like turns the camera to him. He's like, "Hey, what up, Skid?" And his uncle was like, that's how he explained the story. And for some reason, I thought that was the funniest shit. And then he started calling like the audience skids and stuff. I was like, I don't even know what like skid is. He saying skid mark, or like is skid like skid on a skateboard or something? Like what?
Yeah,
But
whatever, man. No,
I guess.
my brother-in-law had a similar saying. They called everybody PLs. I don't, yeah, I think it originally stand for Puss Lord and stuff, like, because, yeah,
Pretty
it's like,
good.
oh, this guy's being a PL.
Yeah.
And they would do that face always, like the kind of tongue out in the mouth, just fucking PL. I remember that was like a hard thing that we always did, because we did that
Like
one.
this? Like wait. Like this?
Yeah, just like flat and just kind of along the lip line. Just,
And that's how you tell them like you're a
yeah,
PL.
yeah. That's how you tell them secretly. If not, you'd just be like, dude, that guy's a PL. And that, or like the awkward fish. Like, do you remember that one at all? Like,
I
and
I
stuff, you do that
no.
signal and stuff to somebody, like, you'd be sitting there and just be like, this guy's an awkward fish, dude.
We used to have, on delivery,
That
we
or
had codes.
stinky. It's like, oh,
Yeah. We had stupid ass codes on delivery. It was the dumbest thing because, like,
do you
they were
still
all
remember those codes?
yeah, it was like a customer coming or, like, nearby that could overhear you. You say 7, and then, like, you talk like
7!
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, they're probably looking like, we think we're all hella secret, like, "Dude, 7, bro," and then they're like, "What are these idiots doing?" Like, this dude, like, fucking is so awkward.
Yeah,
7,
dude, I
7,
was
you know?
7, 7, 7, 7, 7. It's
And,
like,
like, it
Jesus.
was, like, some like, I try to make it, like, a little bit less awkward because somebody would be say 7, I was like, "Yeah, but, like, what's the rest of the SKU?" Or, like, you know, "Oh,
What's
no,
the
we
rest
have
of this SKU code, dude?
no, not 7, we have 4 chairs," things like that. Dumb as uh,
I can see that. It's almost like, "Hey, dude, 7." "No, dude, there's 4 of these bitches here." Like, "What?" You're
yeah.
like, "No, there's 7.
There was some
7."
I think it was, like, like, I got in at a time where, like, that kinda stuff was, like, petering out. Like, they had all these like, all the old frogs were, like,
Old
talking
heads.
yeah, they would say, "mall" when, like, somebody like, they saw some chick that was hot or something, and, like, when you're new and like, you're hanging out by, like, the get-together spot after you load up your trucks, and, like, you have the old frogs being like, "Dude, mall," and then they'd all just, like, act like they're not looking and, like, actually looking, and then they'd be like, "Oh, new guy doesn't know what that means. New guy doesn't know." And you're just like, dude, like it's pretty fucking obvious what it means. Cause like,
Yeah,
first off, that chick is like looking hella nervous because she has all these idiots fucking
gawking at her.
yeah,
Like,
acting like they're not, but
yeah,
they know. you know?
pretending they have hard dicks poking each other.
TW. That was always a fun one. TW was time waster. When you got a customer that's like,
Just
uh,
talking.
yeah, talking or just has like everything that they just need to know everything about everything you're doing. So you're just like, you come back out of the house and you're like, dude, we got a TW, dude. It's gonna be a long stop, stuff like that.
I could
You-
imagine doing like delivery shit where you're actually going into people's houses, like, and just being like, "Hey, yeah, I'm moving in this fridge. All right, we have to get in here 1 without breaking, 2 without scuffing shit,
Mhm.
3 without pissing the person off, 4 without pissing the person off."
It was easy not to piss people off. That was the one thing, like, I think that's why, I didn't jive too well with, like, all the other drivers. None of them had, like, customer service brain. They were just like it was always, like, the customer's the enemy, the manager's the enemy, you
Mm,
know, and they would never, like,
I'm a
work with
hard
anything.
worker.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, I have to carry all these heavy things, so I deserve to talk to people like crap." I'm
Yeah,
like, "No, dude. Like, if you just they're people.
yeah,
They've paid so much money
and
come
to get it delivered by us.
to like go through that whole process of like putting something on like a credit payment and like your basic like sometimes people like it's like 10K of product, and as we're like delivering it you want to like come in and just like bash up their walls and like break their stuff like dude,
Yeah,
dumb,
yeah,
stupid. Like
yeah,
and you get paid by the piece, so like why are you trying to like break this stuff? Like it doesn't make sense.
yeah. Unless
So
you wanna break it, then they have to buy something new, and then you'd have to deliver something new, which ipso facto is making you guys more money.
I'll talk more about this stuff
What the
and
NDA's up.
We don't even have an NDA. It's like I was reading the handbook and like there was never any
No,
like NDA stuff. So technically I could talk about it, but so I don't know, time frame for this episode coming out might be way it's going to be well after, but I just
never
got
know.
my I now know my start date for my new job, and
Oh shit!
yeah, and
Oh
so
shit!
tomorrow after recording today, tomorrow I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. So
Fuck yeah, dude! Congratulations! Fucking
so
way to fucking
excited.
put up that hard work. Way to fucking continue and that drive, son. Way to
Yeah,
go, son.
drive.
Da, 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 da,
Uh,
da, da.
play Dwayne the Rock Johnson's rap song right now. That's what I'm feeling.
It's all about drive. It's all about power. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Goofy as fucking
dude,
song. What
I
is
love it.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson doing now, bro? What's going?
Steroids,
Well, I think that's been forever, bro. But
dude. Can I just like gush about the Rock right now? I
go,
loved him, like,
gush.
fucking growing up, like, I have like, I don't know if you guys ever did this in your friend group as kids, but you'd watch a movie and be like, I'm that guy. I'm that guy." I was just like, "On The Rock." Yeah. Just my little pasty fat ass, just, "I'm The Rock."
You're like, no, you're not, dude. Like, yeah, I am. I
Yeah.
have the mats for to be
I weigh as much as he does now.
the
I'm The Rock. It's like, it's
pound
not
for
good a
pound.
12-year-old.
I match him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not good a 12-year-old to weigh as much as a 25-year-old buff dude.
No, probably not. You fat fucking bitch.
Hey, I mean, you ain't wrong, Doug. If the shoe fits, it's a little tight, but it fits.
I've actually like I'm trying to remember if I've I think Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. I was that was one that I was really into.
I
He
always
like
wanted his weapon bag when he like they're on the cruise ship, like heading into
oh
Egypt, and he comes up and just plops it on the table in front of Evie, and just like, "Oh,
yeah.
sorry."
Yeah.
Like, it's, totally don't check out all this fucking. Oh, dude, that 1837 shotgun, dude. I think that's what year it was.
Mhm.
I want that. Like, that is one of the two shotguns I've wanted my entire life, both for movies. So that
I
one, I
want
think it's an 1837 Winchester, and then the
nice.
second one was from Jurassic Park, and that's the Spas 12.
Oh, I know which one that was.
Yeah, with the collapsible stock where you see
Mhm.
him just like
Yeah. He's
run.
yeah.
But dude, like just being a kid, just like, all right, he's walking around with the sawed-off shotgun. You're just like, yeah, that's badass. What's that weird thing at the top? Click. Holy shit, it's a stock. And and the one thing
What?
that's super sick about those two is that you can adjust it from being a semi-automatic to a pump shotgun.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Yeah, it
Hell
has like
yeah.
a under like the actual like slide. It has like this like button that you can press and you pull it back and it's in the cocking position and then you push it forward and that puts it into the semi-automatic position. So you can just fucking do 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 do.
Were you a, were you a big gun person growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still semi am like I wish I had my own guns
Yeah.
and stuff, but I'm like I've been on that fence of like I do support like the 2A, like we should be a people that are armed, but I'm also like a person that, gives a fuck about other humans' lives and shouldn't have this many kids killing each other with guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have always
Well,
enjoyed guns, especially like playing army as a kid. Like I've been about guns since I was a kid.
yeah, I grew up around guns. It was like cuz we lived on 10 acres and some of my family and friends like they would hunt on our property
Yeah,
and um we didn't like I had BB guns when I was younger and then we had 22s. and shot some shotguns here and there and stuff. Shot skeet, um, but once I got like out of the house and like doing my own thing out of high school and all that, it was like it was never like in my peripheral to like I need a gun,
You,
because
I've been in that same boat. Like I've wanted a gun, but it's just like, all right, that's an investment time. I want to go through the proper classes and everything.
yeah,
So it's just like that's a lot of time and money to invest in something that I hope I'm not going to be using too much.
yeah.
Like
Have
I
you?
don't like even when I was growing up, like I like to go shoot, but it wasn't like, hey guys, let's go shooting.
Mhm.
Like it's fun, but that's also like to me, it's just like every time you pull that trigger, dollar, 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 dollar.
Yeah.
Like
Like I understand the need or the feeling to like protect yourself, have a gun in the home, and like for safety and stuff.
mhm.
Um I just don't understand when people make it like their whole personality is guns and firearms and they're just like this is it. It's like and then there
It's
it's
either a lot of them are ex vets that have just like been like, this is my shit. Like I enjoy it. Like, cause I definitely get the enjoyment from it
yeah.
and stuff. Like it's fucking fun shooting guns. But I agree with you. It's just like, what, like, there's got to be a point where it's just like, why are you all like, you have 5,000 guns? Why?
Yeah.
Not really
And it
5,000, but
well, it's like they always say that they're stockpiling because they're afraid they say that the government's going to take them all away. It's like, okay, well, if, it doesn't matter how many you have. If you really think that they're going to take them away, it doesn't matter if you have one or 1,000. Like then it's going to get taken away.
but a
But
lot of
that's
those people
never
have
going to happen.
hidden guns. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I 100% believe it's not going to happen unless something really fucking crazy happens,
Hmm.
and to where like somebody like is able to get a complete hold of this country and say that it is in the best interest to him or them that having a disarmed population is going to be safer and better for us,
Yeah.
which it's not. And stuff like it really is not. We do need a lot more responsible gun owners because there's a lot of people out there that own guns that probably aren't the fucking best with them. Like, I
Yeah.
love one of the guy love watching Nico Ortiz on YouTube. Like, he's an ex-military guy. He does a lot of reaction videos.
Oh
One of
yeah.
my favorite ones is gun fails that he goes through, and it's just people being fucking dumb as fuck with guns. Most of it is just a guy giving their girlfriend a 12 gauge and being like, "Here's your first gun, have fun," and
Yeah.
stuff, and just leaves them, and they're just like, "Okay." Like it's usually that like mishaps where it's like they don't clean it or something catastrophic happens and it like blows up in their hands. It's just like a lot of dumb people though,
Yeah.
to where
I'm
it's just like it gets me.
I'm more I fear more for like open carry gun heads that are like the ones that are like that have so
The only guy could stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun,
yeah, but their tolerance for like what is like a
like a self defense system.
a self-defense situation, like their tolerance for what that is like hairline thin, where they're like any altercation they're gonna pull out a gun to like stop the altercation, like, and it's like I've seen a lot of videos where like some old dude is in like his like huge SUV or truck or whatever, and like he's starting some shit on the road, and like the other person gets out of their car, and then that old dude is just like, "Oh, I had to protect myself for my life," and like pulled out a gun on this dude. It's like I get it, like you know like that person, you don't know what that person's up to, but at the same time you don't need to be causing a road rage situation, like you're the cause of a problem, or
Yeah,
like you've made a domino effect,
yeah. It's like he's escalated his own problem tenfold to where it's like he
yeah,
caused the problem. The guy's reacting to what he caused, and he's like if it's a situation like that, it's like it seems like that person is looking for a reason to use that gun.
Mhm.
Like at least the way California has it, like I do kind of appreciate it, but at the same time, it's kind of dumb. To where like in California, if you have your concealed weapons permit, don't know everything about this law. I just remember my buddy talking about it. He has his CCW, and he was telling me about this bullshit thing to where like say if like you have your pistol on you and you let's say you put a red dot scope on it, like you just put a little red dot on it, you like it, it makes it easier for you to obtain target, whatever. Say you defend yourself in a situation where a guy breaks into your house, you pull out that gun, shoot him with said gun, he dies. You can then be charged with manslaughter because the lawyers can word it in a way that you were looking forward to shooting someone because you have modifications on that gun
Mm.
and stuff. Because it's like you made it a better shooter and easier for you to handle, so you were looking for a reason to shoot somebody. So like that's like the whole entire thing that gets me. Whereas like there's those odds ins and outs where it's like I get it, like there has to be that because people are accidentally shot all the time. It's like that little girl. I don't know why anybody fucking did this. That gave that little girl a fucking submachine gun and let her fucking shoot it fully automatic and killed her instructor because she had it in the hand and he was like standing over her trying to teach her how to use it. And she fucking pulled the trigger and it ran away to where it just fucking hops because she's a fucking child.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like whiskey throttle to where it's like you hit the throttle so hard, you get pushed back. So you're continually holding it down because gravity's pulling you back. The G force is just like
Yeah.
pulling you back. So you're stuck. And it's like it's doing the same thing. It's hopping back into your hand to where it's just brah and just fucking killed him.
I have something to say about that, but back to the just to jump back to the red dot scope thing. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, like, I mean, the complaint is that like legal can say that you're looking for it, but I wonder how many cases are actually out or has happened that have used that, and if it's even liable.
Right? Like, how many times has it been used and how many times has it actually worked in a court
Yeah,
setting?
because is that just hearsay? Because like a lawyer online said like, oh, we can word it like this, like you know,
Yeah. No,
or
and definitely I haven't done any research on that end, so
yeah,
figure out like that part out, but like
because
I could see
sometimes
that working because it's like there's a death. So like no matter what, someone's getting in trouble
yeah,
and stuff. Like it might be a misdemeanor or you could, yeah, be justified in it, but like somebody like you're gonna get in trouble. Like you don't just kill people no more. Like we don't do
yeah,
that. It's not fucking Middle Ages. Like we can't just fucking wipe out people and just be like, all right.
yeah, but self defense, like somebody breaking into your home and they have a weapon, it's kind of different.
Yeah,
There's some,
and it could be like the way I'm explaining it. Like I
yeah,
think he might have explained it in a different way of like being
yeah,
out and about of like, say if like he like yeah somebody was shooting around in the crowd and he was shot him, then maybe that was the way it could have been. But
yeah. Well, if
it's
you're
still
putting
either way,
it,
if they're wording it that way, it still fucking sucks.
my argument is that if you're putting like a little red dot thing on your gun to help you shoot, you're just a bad shot and you suck. Uh, go back, train. you know,
Work on your iron sights, homie.
yeah.
Way to be a bitch and use that red dot like a fucking pussy.
Fucking loser. uh, no, but yeah, JK, don't shoot me. um,
I love you and defend me,
this
please.
this is just gonna be me pissing off gun nuts. like,
I mean, it's
sorry.
either you piss on them or piss them off.
Yeah, I wanted. Oh, yeah. Back to the girl. That's like another thing. I I kind of want to read that article also,
Mhm.
but um, yeah, like when like I get shooting when you're young because like I did that too when I was
22.
young. Yeah, there are levels, okay?
Yeah,
There's not the my dad let me shoot his 12 gauge shotgun when I was like in oh, I must have been like in 5th grade.
yeah.
Either 4th or 5th grade. And so that's like 9 or 10.
That's
And
right about the
he's
time.
yeah, and he's just like, yes, he set up like his Budweiser beer can and he's like, "Go ahead and fire at the can."
Shoot the
And like
middle one.
he's like put it on your shoulder, like and don't drop it and stuff, and like fire it, and the kick is just like bam, and I'm just like and I dropped it, you know.
Dude, no,
I was like, I think it's a little much, you know.
can I
But
go back to the 22, please?
yeah, because that's kind of I was like, I was used to like not that shotgun. There was like a different shotgun we would use like as for kids that was like a little bit easier to manage, but we also had like
A 20
22s.
gauge, a 20 gauge shotgun. It's like the super small, probably a break barrel
Yeah,
and stuff where
yeah,
you threw in like it was like probably that long, fucking
I think so
a dick
because
size. Like
yeah,
it's just a
because
normal, like hard dick size.
yeah. See, you this is just pointing out how much I know about guns. Is just like I'm just like, yeah, something like that. Dick, yeah, I shoved little
The
dicks in
shell, the
there.
shell was red.
Yeah, I grabbed the shell, you little dick,
Little
and then you had to
flopper.
you put it in.
I don't know how you guys do it, but that's how
Yeah,
I do it.
yeah, I gave it a little. I sucked on the head a little bit, and then I put it in.
Like, you got to get it hard. How
Yeah.
else do you expect it to fire? It can't fire flaccid. Come
Yeah,
on.
but we would use because it was like our family friends would come over, and that friend's like two daughters would like shoot skeet, and they also hunted geese and stuff on the property, and they had their own shotguns, and like when we would shoot skeet, like we would just like pass, and it was like it's super manageable. But my
Yeah.
dad's shotgun just like blam, and I was like ah, you know.
I don't like this.
Yeah, but
Loud noises and it hurt.
yeah, but just thinking about that in like, so it's just like it's sometimes it's just like the parents they're when they're like kind of fanatics about stuff, and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna teach my kids young and stuff and this and that, and they're like, here, fucking give her
It's
the
too
goddamn
comfortable.
yeah,
And so,
give
because
the Revolutionary War cannon to fire.
give them great shot, see what happens.
Yeah, you'll do fine.
I, I think it is. I think a lot of people get a little too comfortable around guns, which, like, I mean, if you're around them all the time, if you handle them, they usually don't
Yeah.
go boom until you pull the trigger. And as long as you're pointing it down range and not flagging anybody, shit's usually cool and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just like there are those two people like I've seen like during the gun fail videos, like this one guy just fucking fires at a guy's foot. Like you can tell he's comfortable with it because he's not going to hit him. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, like what the fuck? Like I remember one
Well,
time we went out to Spenceville to go shooting,
yeah. Okay.
dude.
I know what you're talking about.
So, dude, me and we get out there. We have AR-15. We have a couple handguns, a shotgun,
Can
normal
can I
shit.
just can I describe Spenceville real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Tell them what it's about.
So Spenceville was like this out in the boonies, um, like gun range.
Old hunting club.
It's a lawless territory where the laws are created by the people using the range.
Even then,
Yeah, sometimes you're on good days, sometimes you're there on like bad days, and it's just like you're just it's just uh it's where you're shooting down, like there's these ties that are like on the ground, and you shoot behind the ties, and you're shooting at like just a hill. It's just a hill. And
hmm
you can every like when I was there, it was always that you fire at whatever, and then you wait. You like you yell out like, okay, like I want to reset
clear.
a target, and
Yeah,
then everybody else finishes what they want to do, and then they all give the clear, and then once you know everyone's clear, it's like everyone's guns are down and stuff, and you walk, do your thing, and you set up your watermelon or whatever, and then you walk back. Yeah, that was Spenceville. Lawless territory, baby.
I mean, dude, but you still had common etiquette. So yeah, we get out there.
Yes.
Most of the day was that shooting fucking down range, wasting a whole clip of ammunition, yelling clear, setting up targets again.
Hmm.
About half the day goes by. like we probably smoked before we went out there, but we're no one's smoking during. We're
Yeah.
all taking it, very seriously. We're around guns. There's probably about 30 other people out there with guns.
Mhm.
So we're all chilling, having a good time, and all of a sudden you see just this blacked out BMW coming up, and you're just like, okay, like, damn, that guy has money if he's driving that bitch out here. Like, all right, get out. These guys are dressed fucking stereotypical Russian gangsters. Like fucking tracksuits, fucking sideways caps, like it's fucking weird. Like it's literally like someone's playing a joke on you and stuff that there's like, I'm dressing up black,
Yeah.
turn my hat sideways and backwards. So we're all like, okay, like these guys are here, like we're kind of like thinking about wrapping it up, but we still have some more shit to go through. And all of a sudden you see them pop their trunk and they start pulling out weapons. Straight up military grade fucking weapons. So
Yeah.
one guy pulls out fully AK-47. Just fucking all of a sudden we just hear a click clack, pop, 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 and we're just like, the fuck, all turn toward him. Fully automatic. And this is
Oh.
California, guys. Like we do not have fully automatic out here.
Yeah.
You can, but you're not supposed to. So these guys just straight up just start doing that. You could just see everybody at that point just like, oh, time to go. Okay. So one of our friends, though, he is among that crowd, if you would say. He is not Russian, but he goes over and starts talking with them and shooting the shit. So he goes up and he wants to shoot the fucking AK and
Well,
is
yeah,
talking
I was
with
gonna
them.
say that's probably why he walked over there
It was,
to
he wanted to shoot
he wants to try out the gun.
because they brought out the AK and they also bought a Dragonov, a fucking like the Russian fucking sniper fucking rifle, like he
Shoot.
one of those. So they were shooting that, and he just wanted to shoot the AK. And these guys are like fucking flagging everybody, like full like rounds and just like pointing toward people and like just holding it up, like it just fucking the worst etiquette ever.
Yeah.
Like everybody would like yell clear to go walk up on target, and they would like motion to be like, oh, okay. You'd walk up and then they would start firing while you were walking down range
Yeah.
and shit. So it's just like, all right, we're fucking done. We're out of here. Someone's going to fucking die today.
Yeah. My,
That was Spencerville most days.
yeah. My experience, that I really remember was one time, uh, back in the day, me and friends. Oh, one of the friends has like a bunch of guns, and we all went out with
Mhm.
him. And we were just like firing pretty much anything he had ammo for. He was like, "Try this, try this." He had like this really small pistol that was like like a like a
Like a
lady's purse
Derringer,
pistol.
like it's
Yeah,
a fucking little two shot up, like fucking stacked barrels.
yeah,
That little
it was
Derringer,
really
that's awesome.
cool. Um, but it was like it had like kick like crazy. So he was like, "Be careful, like hold it and stuff." That whole thing. It was super fun day. I but except for the fact that like we didn't have any like ear buds or anything.
Oh no.
Our friend was the only one that had like a
What?
pair of earbuds. So it was fine while we were there until like we were leaving and like my ears were just like yeah. But
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking tinnitus. It's awesome.
I do remember at one point we were like ready to reset targets. Um Somebody next to us brought some like cool guns that our friend was like really into, so he was chopping up with that guy. And we were just like uh then we got the all clear. We went out, we changed targets. Like we had like a there was some road sign out there, and like somebody had like some old fruit, and there was a concrete block, I remember. So we just try to prop stuff
Pile
up.
shit.
Yeah. And then we all walked back, and then we were like, okay, we're looking around, like, okay, everyone yelled clear, we're all good. So we're having fun again, like firing our stuff. And uh then I just remember the guy the it was like three dudes to the left who were just like it looked like um guys who uh like they had just bought guns or something, like they had money and they bought
Mm.
expensive guns, and but they work in like some nerdy job.
Finance.
Yeah, like they're accountants or something. And so they're like doing their thing, which is like not an issue, but out of nowhere one of them just like starts walking down range, and everybody started yelling, was like, "What are you doing? Get back, everyone, stop, stop, stop!" And they're like, everyone sees fire, and like they just, these old men were just like hounding this guy for walking
Good.
down range and like yelling at him. He's like, I was just like gonna change my target, like, and we're over here because they were like on the far left of everybody. So technically, yeah, if
Doesn't
we were
matter.
if we were using Nerf guns, sure, but
Yeah. Ricochets are a thing.
yeah, that was one thing I was like, because our friend was like, like I was like, he was like, yeah, dude, like that's that's why like this place kind of sucks, because some people will bring just like straight steel plates out here thinking like it's totally fine,
Yeah.
and it's not all right. That's why
No.
we shoot into like soft shit like concrete blocks that break
Dirt.
apart, and dirt, and tin signs, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
why if you go shooting on like BLM land, what I remember looking up is that it has to be some kind of like ditch.
yeah,
Has to be some kind of berm that's built into a hill that you're not risking of shooting over.
yeah.
Like I think that's what it is. Like I could be fucking completely wrong, but that's my layman's term of understanding. Shoot into a fucking hill. Like
Remember when you and our friend totally bitched out on finishing a disc golf course because you heard gunfire?
I'm fat and didn't want to walk anymore.
Yeah, that's true. It was like a extended 18. It was like a double almost. Like
I think it was because I
yeah,
remember we finished 18 and then we're just like, oh, let's keep, you're like, let's keep on going. And
we
we
were like,
did hear the fucking cannon going off, not gunshots. That was a cannon.
no, that
Someone
was
out
just
there had a punt
gunshots.
gun. That guy, mother, had a punt
It's
gun, dude.
I mean, it
Just
was just
fucking a mobile
gunshots.
cannon.
You're exaggerating.
I mean, yeah, you're dating. No, I'm fucking not. That shit was big and loud.
I was like,
And
"Let's
that
just
was
keep
pretty
playing. Let's keep
fucking.
playing."
I do wish I kept playing that day.
It
It was
was
almost like, dude, trust me, it was almost like the day we went up and played Chico, and we only made it through like 8 holes, if that, before everybody's like, "Fuck this noise, too hot. Let's go get beer."
well, our buddy was like almost he was almost had a heat stroke out there, dude. Like I was like, once told me that, I was like, yeah, let's get out of here. Like I don't want to go to the hospital.
We
Like
had to do that fucking once already for
yeah.
nothing. They gave him a Gatorade.
They were like, "Ooh," they like put a Gatorade upside down and put it on an EV.
No, no, I
Oh,
remember they put the IV in him and had it hooked up to nothing, and had to hand him a Gatorade. And they're just like, "You'll be fine."
yeah,
Dude, that was such a funny fucking experience. Like at the time,
yeah,
it wasn't. At the
yeah.
time, it was sketchy.
So,
Like
let's rewind a little bit. Let's explain this story. Um,
pause real
so
quick. I need to pee. Like
okay,
it's been for a minute. Sorry.
damn, really, you gonna take a
I've been trying
piss?
to hold it. It's not working.
I'm kind of low on coffee. I might get some more coffee. Shouldn't have too much caffeine though. Been trying to quit. Okay, I won't have coffee. I'll just open my LaCroix hibiscus. Except it has a dash in it, so I think it means hibiscus. You know, they're getting weird with it. But yeah, quitting energy drinks. I've been drinking that since I was like, dang, since like maybe middle school. I'm 31. See now, that's how you know you can when you can't even remember your own age. Quitting energy drinks, trying to just be healthy, portion control, stuff like that.
All I heard when I came back is like, I'm trying to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's tough. But Where were we at?
Oh, we were talking about the trip.
Oh, Orville.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just funny because like I wanted to do my bachelor party up at up there.
Yeah.
So my family owns a cabin. Recently it burnt down, so there's nothing there. So
Wah,
it's
wah.
yeah, cool for tent camping. But
That
we
actually
went
be
up
nice. Like,
I went up there with the truck and we like slept in the bed of it, which was cool, but I didn't have a good plan for like rain because I didn't think it was going to rain and it
mhm.
did. So I just threw a tarp over all of us and we got spooked cuz the wind kept blowing the tarp and we kept thinking it was an animal. So yeah, we're like because it is technically like burnt down area of so if there are predators it's scarce for food and we were up there
You
with
are some good food.
yeah and we also had like leftover dinner and stuff there so but that's off topic anyways so we had this like trip plan for all of us to have a party at the cabin um and I invited you and my sister and a bunch of other friends that we've known for years and we had a good time even like my family came down and I was like
Mhm.
worried about that because I was like they're gonna get weird about like they're gonna want us
All
like
are drinking. It's like, why is there nothing but beer here?
yeah, or I was more concerned about them being like, "You guys are ruining the place, like, you guys need to stop," or something, but which we were being respectful, it's just that I don't wanna get into it.
Yep.
So, we had we had a lot of beer. Like, we had water because the place did have running water, and then we had, like, also brought drinking water, but, some people weren't drinking water. And but there was also a lot of hikes because we would go up to the top of the mountain that was nearby and it was a fun time. We all enjoyed ourselves and I think it was like you had to leave or something.
No,
Was
we
it-
were all leaving. And
N-
stuff. We were all
no
leaving.
it was a friend was leaving or there was a group that was leaving, me and everyone else and some other people were staying that another day, I think. Maybe I have it wrong. I think
I
I probably have it
because I'm
wrong.
pretty sure we were all leaving because I remember having to call you guys and like tell you guys to like hold up because we had to pull over because he was starting to like
Yeah,
cramp.
that's right. Yeah, we were all leaving. We were driving behind you,
Mhm.
and you called because we passed, came back around, and he was just like cramped up and like not to make those funny gestures like Donald Trump, but he was cramped up like that.
It literally looked like he had cerebral palsy
Yeah,
and stuff.
and
Like it was fucking wild.
it's scary.
Yeah,
And like ambulance had to come.
those
Uh,
dicks, dude.
yeah,
I
because
remember when they came, like they pulled up and they're like talking to us, and they're like, "Hey," like they came and like talked to me. They're just like, "Hey, like we want to ask you guys this, like to make sure all like, is he on drugs?" I was like, "No, he's like out of all of us, he's the one that does not do drugs. I know he
yeah,
looks like he does the drugs, he doesn't."
yeah,
And so like for some reason, everybody thought he was the druggie of the group. He is the clean one.
because he had like long, goofy brown
Jesus
curly
hand,
hair. Yeah, he had
but
he just fit the description, and then they see the rest of us, and they're like, okay, yeah,
that guy.
yeah,
And they're like, "Yeah, did he smoke any like what honey oil?" I'm just like, "No, what the fuck's honey oil?" He's like,
yeah.
"Weed
Oh yeah,
oil."
I remember that.
And stuff. I was like, "Oh no, like he literally hasn't smoked anything." I was like, "We did drink this weekend, but like other than that, like we didn't do anything." Like I think I might have brought a little bit of weed with me, but this is also the time where I could go 3 days without smoking weed.
Hmm.
And like I remember that, and then just like keep on questioning me about that, and I'm just like, "No, like no." And stuff. And they're like, "Okay, well, we're going to take him to the hospital and stuff." I'm like, "Cool, where's that?" And there's like up the road about 500 feet to the right. I'm just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
we
Like,
were almost there. Like, as soon as you like turn that corner around like that roundabout, That's where the hospital
Yeah.
sign was, like, just straight up forward. I'm just like, "Are you
It's
fucking
like,
kidding me?"
I forget which it might be Mercy or something, but yeah.
Sutter.
Um, oh, okay. I totally like, what's well, I mean, what that's the thing, like, you never know what to do in those situations unless you've dealt with it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when my wife got attacked by a dog, like, I was just like, I was asking her, like, "Do you wanna go on an ambulance ride or what?" Because, like, I'm like, she is crying in pain and scared, and I'm just, like, shocked about, like, not like like, I know how much a ambulance ride costs, but, like, do you need it, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
It's
like, I don't give a fuck if you need it, like, if you need it, we're getting one.
yeah,
If you
because
wanna
'cause I'm
drive, we're leaving now.
yeah, I
Like,
think because in those moments, you're just, like, all you care about is the person,
yeah,
and that's how they get you.
it really is, dude, and it, like, it's so much money. So
Well,
much money.
that was pretty much it. Like, we were in the hospital, like, just
2,
waiting
3
to
hours.
yeah, we wanted to, like, we were just wanted to visit him to, like, see him and be like, "Is he okay? Is he okay?" And, like, we did, and he's just like, "Yeah, it was" like, they're saying I'm just dehydrated.
Yeah, literally, like, we get back to the room, expect him to be hooked up to machines and shit. He has an IV in, like I said, connected to nothing, and then a bottle of Gatorade. They just have one of we're just like, "Has anybody ca" "No, no one's came to see me." We're just like, "We've been here for, like, hours. How has
Yeah,
no one came to see you?" And he's like, "They just gave me this and left." We're just like, "Alright. Are you like, how you feeling?" He's like, "I'm doing better." I'm just like, "Well, that's good." And stuff. I remember driving his car home that night, and that's why I'm just like, "How the fuck do you drive this thing, dude?"
yeah,
Since
his
fucking the Fiesta.
oh, I'm trying to remember the Fiesta. Oh, the Ford Fiesta, yeah.
Yeah, because
Nope,
yeah, yeah,
because he used to have
the
the
CRX.
yeah, the CRX, no power steering.
Dude, I still remember the day that he lost that thing. I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
waking up in my living room, like, at the apartments and stuff, like, to knock on the door. I was like, "It's fucking 8 a.m. Who the fuck's here right now?"
yeah.
Open it up. "Did you guys move my car last night?" "No." I was like, "Dude, we made a promise not to fuck with each other's cars after the prank war." And he's just like, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, dog. Like,
Well,
tell me if it's real. Like, you guys didn't fuck with the car." We're just like, "No." He's
yeah,
like, "Well, my car's not there." We're
yeah.
just like, "What the fuck?"
It's I and we know what happened to it. Well, I mean, not like we had footage or anything. It was just that
No.
it's because, uh, in the apartment that we had a space reserved for the apartment, and so that space, there was hooligans
So
in
many
the
fights about
apartment
that
below
parking
us.
space.
Yeah, they would park in our spot, and, like, me and my wife, we would park in the visitor parking or the overflow parking so that
Mhm.
he can have that spot, because he would have to leave, like, at 4 a.m. in the morning to get to work,
Yeah.
because he did, like, an hella early shift, and we're like, "Dude, as easy as we can make it, like, you have the spot, like, just, like, whatever." But, I just remember he got back, he had a late shift, so he worked, like, super late that time, and when he got back, some they were in the spot, and I remember him telling me about it. He was like he was very short with them, you know how he gets when he's tired.
Mhm.
And I can just I understand how he talked to him. He probably wasn't nice about it. Not that he, like, said insults or anything. I'm just
Passive
as
aggressiveness.
snippy. He can be snippy.
That's a great word for it.
Yeah, and, I'm pretty sure he pissed those people off, and they were just like, "Fuck that person. We're gonna fuck with his car." And it was like an old Honda CRX that was like,
80s, dude.
yeah,
That thing had a hell of a time trying to go up hills.
yeah. I remember the one time I had to drive that thing, like, to his house. I forget why, but it doesn't matter. But I was like, I got in it. And I was like, how hard can it be? And then I started reversing out of the spot and like pulling it. I was like, oh, okay. No power steering. Got
Hut,
it.
hut, hut. Let's get going, dude. Just fuck.
And like I get to his
Oh.
house and I'm like, dude, why you could have warned me. Like you could have told me that you didn't have power steering. Like
No, I
I,
like to surprise people.
yeah, it was like, oh, I didn't even think about it. Like, okay.
Dude, let me see your forearms. How fucking how? How? Dude,
Yeah.
I remember the like those parking spots. I would always fight with the roommates I had because he would always be off early where there was plenty of fucking parking spaces, especially in front of our
Oh yeah.
complex, like our like the one that we had.
Hmm.
Hella parking.
Yeah.
Would never park in that. He always parked in the fucking the
Space, the
yeah.
reserved spot.
And I'm just like, I remember asking multiple times, like, dude, like, you work early, you get off when there's tons of parking spot. Oh, there's no over parking spots. I was like, I'm here when you when I leave. Like, I
Yeah.
see the open spots.
Yeah.
You could take them and give me the spot since I don't get off until 11 o'clock at night. And so he's just like, well, the first come, first serve. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Oh, it's not
I had to
about
park
that.
by the graveyard and out front so many fucking times.
See, that's dude, I would
Dude,
that
I started
pissed me
parking
off
on
so
that street,
much.
dude, so much, like, especially because you had to drive through. And you're
Yeah.
just like, "Okay, okay, yeah,
You
maybe something," like, maybe I can take that little handicap spot, like, on the side, but I have to get up early. I'm not getting up that early. And then you go around and, like, just nothing, and you're just like, "Cool. Fucking out by the graveyard I go."
yeah. Just it's like, fine, I'll just have a nice walk then, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'll smoke one more cigarette on my way back home.
Yeah. I used to hate that shit because, like, I was like, well, if I'm parking it out here now, I have to pull like the tools out of my, vehicle to like. I mean, I didn't really leave them in there, but like, it was nice to be when you like park close to your apartment and you could like see your vehicle out the window and be like, I'll leave
It's
him in
okay.
there. I don't want to carry him out.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's one thing I love about like this one right here. I've had a table, a lightsaber, and a couple other little things in the bed of my truck since I moved up here because it's like I don't got room for that shit.
Not even the lightsaber.
I do have a place for the lightsaber, but it's back.
Yeah.
It's an
Fuck roommates who
expensive
aren't
Disney one.
courteous, bro. Like for
One, just fuck roommates. Like I even like when I had like our friend as a roommate, like it sucked. Like I love everybody. I love people. I hate living with people.
Mhm.
Like, just because everybody's on different fucking mindsets and, like, can never really get on the same page and stuff, like, and it's like the one times you do, you're just like, "Okay, this makes it worth it," and then it's not, and it's just like, "Okay, that's yeah,
Yeah.
this."
I mean, the roommates I've had, like, which was like 2,
Yeah,
um, all of them decent. Never
yeah.
not much of a problem. That's one thing, like, I'm glad I never really had to deal with was, like, crazy like, just dealing with, like, immature roommates.
Yeah, no, I clearly had crazy and immature because then, like, back in street house, we had fucking Mike. Fuck Mike. Mike, if you're listening, fuck you, bitch. Still bitter about that shit.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, the dude who just dipped?
day rent was due. Like, I literally was waiting for him to get home so I could be like, "Hey, dog, where's rent money?" And then all of a sudden the motherfucker walks in and be like, "Hey, dog, I'm moving out. I can't afford rent." How the
Dude.
fuck are you moving out then? Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Like, "Where are you going? Huh?
yeah. Oh,
What's
dude,
the new address?"
dude, that still gets me fucking upsetty spaghetti, dude.
Yeah, because
That
that's, like, everyone else in the house, like, not talking about your situation, but, like, in a general aspect of this situation, everyone in that house has prepared their rent money that's due that day, and they know what else they like the rest of their budget, so they probably already purchased things that they want or
yeah,
have
the house is full of
groceries
alcohol.
and stuff. Yeah, and then that dude shows up and he's just like, yeah, deuces, I'm gone, like I can't
Yeah,
afford rent, I'm gonna go hang out, I'm gonna go like back to my mom or dad's or whatever.
Yeah,
And so now you guys have to like, you know,
learn how to make a fucking what, another 300-400 bucks that
yeah,
we needed for it. Like, it was just like, dude, like that fucked us over. That was the downfall. That was when we are like, all right, we got to move out of here, and just fucking bailed on it.
yeah, because that was like it's not just rent, it's mortgage, like because you guys are paying it through so and so, right?
No, it was still a rent and
Oh,
stuff because we
really?
had, yeah, we had a property manager,
Mm,
but they were not located stateside. So it's anything we needed to get done, you would have to call them like 30 to 40 times just to even get them to call back to tell you that we had to figure it out, basically. And they're like, well, if you guys get the bill, just send it to us.
mhm.
Because it's like, technically, we weren't supposed to be living there.
Yeah.
It was our friend's parents that kind of bailed out of state, and we just kind of took it over from them
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was already like hella shitty, and they didn't want to have to pay like the damages of like what they did from living there for 10 plus years
Yeah.
and stuff. So they kind of just pushed it onto us, but we never signed anything or took anything over in name. So
Mhm.
we just kind of let that shit run its course and just bailed. Like,
I
oh
wanna
yeah.
I wanna get to know the parents and, like, ask them questions about that situation.
Hey
I
man,
hope
they left the state. They waived
yeah,
their rights.
but it's their names on it.
Yeah, it just ruins your credit. It's fine.
I would be livid. I would be so livid.
Oh, dude, like
Um,
that's the one thing that always sucks. Like moving out of a place that you still like owe like a safety deposit on, or not owe, but like paid one on. It's like that could be something that doesn't cover it, and you end up owing the money. Like
yeah.
we just finally got a text from our previous landlords. They're like, "Hey, what's your new address?" and stuff, and we're just like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like we're maybe getting something back, and like just this little gremlin in the back of my head is just like, "They're gonna make you owe money. You're gonna be in debt now."
Oh, that's why you ask him why. Like,
Who is
why?
this? New
Yeah,
number, who this?
yeah. Like, yeah, I can give you that information, but I need to know why.
We already gave it to him.
That's fine. Like, it's not like a bad thing. It's just like under knowing why to like kind of negotiate stuff
Yeah.
before, because they're like if you just give them the address right away, they're just like because
Yeah.
and send.
You're good. I have something to bring up. It was going kind of backtracking toward you going to Orville to go camping.
Okay.
And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, fuck, dude, the stars must have been fucking legit that night. Cause up here we just did it the other night where I can't remember. Oh, it was we were supposed to be seeing Aurora Borealis. We were supposed to be able to see that from up here.
Yeah.
So we went out one night about like midnight, like 1 o'clock, and just drove up fucking one
Hmm.
until we like got to like a spot like where it was just fucking dark out. Took a little turn off and just fucking stood out of the car and just watched. Like we saw like 5 or 6 shooting stars and shit, and just like saw so many stars. I'm just like, dude, I need
So
to bring
cool.
you guys up here fucking when we come up. Like, and when I was thinking like there's a couple camping grounds a little bit further up that way that would be fun for a day
Hmm.
because of it's on like a bluff, so it's literally probably just windy as fuck and cold.
Yeah.
So it's like like I like me and her were talking, we're just like, oh, that wouldn't be that kind of fun. I was like, it would be fun for us for an overnight thing because it's like, oh, we can just stay there for one night and then go home the next morning.
Yeah.
Whereas like if that was your campsite for a week, that would suck.
Yeah.
Like, mm,
That'd be like get a couple cars to block the wind and stuff.
dude, even then, at that point, it's like making whistling noises because it's going
Yeah.
by so quick. But
Um,
I think that would be fun for whenever you guys come up.
no, we when we went up to Orville, like that was like one of the one things that I wanted to do was like I was like, I just want to get out. I just want to go do something. And I think it was like mostly because I was like it was right before going back to school for the semester. So I was
Mhm.
like, I want to just do this. And it was fun and like also just seeing the stars again, like because we're in Sacramento where it's just like light pollution. So you see it, you see
There's a
some stuff.
star.
Yeah. And
Oh, don't play.
yeah, so sometimes it's just like it's kind of it kind of can affect your mood if you're just like if for someone like me who's like really into like hiking and camping and stuff, to every night just being like look at the sky and just be like all I see is like a haze of purple. I'm like cool, all
Yeah.
right. But yeah, no, it was cool. We tried to sleep in the back of the truck like I said, but ended up going to into the cab. We had a bottle of gross whiskey. It was like
Nice.
we went to like
E
this
and
liquor.
J.
No, it was like this liquor store had like was advertising like chocolate flavored whiskey,
Oof.
and we were like, "Fuck it, let's try it. Let's see what it's like." And I think I we were thinking it was like a hint of chocolate, but it was just like sweet whiskey.
Mm.
So we had like things like we kind of like we were just drinking it
Watered it down.
straight, yeah, with ice, and it was fine. But um, yeah, we also did we tried to see the aurora borealis also when it was we we
Visible.
tried, yeah, and it wasn't for us. Like we
Yeah.
drove as far north as like we could without like spending the night somewhere, because like it was late when my wife was like, I want to like let's do this, and I was like, yeah, let's go, let's adventure. And I was like, I'm done with homework right now, so let's go. And like I started driving, and like we stopped at a gas station, got goodies, and like kept driving, and we got like I'm pretty sure we got near Marysville before
Okay.
we found like some farmland to pull off to, and we were just like watching. We were just sky watching at that point.
It's it was sick. Like I wish we took my truck so we could like either took it off the camper shell and just
Hmm.
laid in the back of it and watched it, or like brought some chairs. Because like
Yeah.
we were just like I was literally just like standing with my back against the car and just like looking up. And after doing that for a while, like it got you really disoriented to where like I'd be like looking up, but like we were on like a slope, so I was like facing looking up upslope, but
Yeah.
like feeling like I was like falling backwards the entire time. So I was just like, this is cool. I wish I
Yeah.
did. Like, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like, we want to do that a little bit more because it
Yeah.
was literally like a drive to Eureka from our old place, like 20, 30 minute, if that, and stuff to get up out there to a good spot where you can see everything.
That's cool.
And where it's like, I bet if we went a little bit further and like we're able to like get into one of those campsites, like it'd be pretty legit because they're just like a little bit higher and a little bit more out in the open to where
Mhm.
like the one we were looking at, it was good, but we had a big hill behind us. So it's like you
Yeah.
could see up the hill, but it'd be sick to see everything.
Yeah, our situation wasn't too great. It was like we drove up, we found one pull off area that it was like a a road, dirt road down like a canal, and we were
Mhm.
like, we pulled off there, and it was fine for a second until we started noticing like some farm truck was driving towards us on the canal road, and we are like, we better get out of here because they're gonna have a stink about like us just parked here, not
Yeah,
knowing what's going on. Because it's like those farm orchards and stuff, like all of them are like super protective of their land and stuff. So
I get it.
we
So money.
we packed it. We had like lawn chairs and we packed up. Then we moved on, found a different spot, but it was just a dirt field. Like they plowed it recently, and we pulled off there and like set up our lawn chairs again. And it was just like looking at the sky, looking at the stars, and then every once in a while a car would drive by, like just bright as hell with their lights and stuff. And we're just like, hopefully nobody like calls cops on us for just chilling.
Yeah, right. And that's like the one shitty thing is because we were worried about that too. Where it's like, fuck, if the sheriff drives by, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was like, "Babe, we're fine. We don't have weed. We haven't been drinking. We're just chilling, watching stars. We're
Yeah.
being normal people. Like that, like outdoor shit. Like
Yeah.
we'll be fine." But yeah, no, like that's the one thing that is kind of bullshit. Where it's just like, even if you go outside nowadays, like people tend to call the cops for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's
dumb.
literally they're doing it just because they're inconvenienced. Well, that's a fucking note for another time.
Yeah. Well, this has been the A2J podcast. I was your host, Axel. This was my co host, John. leave in the comments somebody that you shot, or cool somebody you
Someone
called
you should,
or somebody you called the cops on, interact.
dude. Also, guys, remember hit that like button, subscribe, do that whole thing. We would
Right,
enjoy
right.
it. I mean, it's a click for you, but for us, like, we're broke motherfuckers, and each like you put is like putting $1 in our pocket. It makes us
Yeah.
feel just a little bit better about ourselves.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, if you could do that, please. Anyways.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Later, Uggas.